Okay, good evening, everybody. Welcome to our city council meetings for Wednesday, March 11th. We've got a packed agenda tonight, so we're going to get going with our Pledge of Allegiance. First, we'll have that by Ryan Campbell. Ryan.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
That's why you stayed, Ryan. Thank you. Okay, we'll go to item 4.2, City Council comments and recognitions. Anything from council tonight?
I just want to say thanks for an amazing luncheon to help celebrate our 10-year employees. It was impressive. All 5 of us were there as well to shake hands with our amazing employees that have been here 5, 10, 15, and 25 years, or 20 years, I guess.
20. Anything else? I will say shout out to everybody from staff that was involved in the legislative session, watching it, heading up to LPC, watching bills, everything. I thought we had a very good session as a city. Passed the bill, some legislation we wanted to see, and then I'll come back to the other, but yeah, so very good session. So thank you for everybody involved. Okay, at this point, we'll go on to public comment. Audience members may bring any item within the city's purview to the city council's attention. Comments will be limited to 2 minutes. State law prohibits the council from acting on items that do not appear on the agenda. Public comments for this meeting will also be conducted electronically. Any person interested in addressing the council may submit a comment by emailing recorder@harriman.gov or by visiting harriman.gov/agendas and minutes, where there is a link to fill out an online public comment form. Your statement will be incorporated into the public record. So at this point, we'll open for public comment. Okay, seeing none, we'll move on to our council reports. We'll start tonight with Jared.
Doing my part to keep it short, nothing tonight.
Okay, Teddy.
I'm the same, nothing to report.
Okay, Matt.
I do not have anything to report.
You guys are all lying. Tara.
Nothing to report.
Uh-oh, pressure's on. I will report on something. I emailed council, but just by way of public consumption, is that the word we use? That's the bingo word. We will report that we were successfully awarded $50 million for some infrastructure in the west end of the city. That's going to just be a huge benefit to Harriman Boulevard, Bacchus Highway, the Olympia Boulevard, and even helps with the Main Street through that.
And the High Country.
And High Country, that weird intersection out there. So it's going to be massive for the city. There was 80 million up for grabs, 70 million up for grabs, and we got 50 million of it. So we'll take it. And there is tied to an affordability component within it, where because there's 20,000 per unit, so now they have to build 2,500 units minimum right now that are below the average something, AMI or something like that. I can't remember, but anyways, it's going to be great for the area. So thank you for everybody that helped with that. Okay, move on to reports and presentations tonight. We'll start with our 2025 review of the South Valley Chamber. We welcome them tonight. We'll start with Jay. Welcome, Jay and team.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Do I have a clicker or a magic screen? Here we go. Thank you, and thank you for letting us come and give a report of 2025. Some of you were at our State of the Chamber. We've changed this just a little bit so that it won't be all repetitive, but some of it will. We're excited, and we've kind of better together is what our 2026 theme is. For the last 3 years, it's been better now, but now we feel like now that we're really kind of coming together as a footprint of the South Valley Chamber, better together serves us well. I want to introduce our staff. I get a lot of credit sometimes for the things that we're doing and the great work that's happening, but we have a great staff, and many of them follow me around, or they're asked to come with me tonight. So if those that are, we got 4 of them here. I'm going to start on the far. Dana is our membership services. Diana is our Dana. Miriam is our marketing director. Diana is our business coordinator. And Jamie is our vice president managing director. And Corey is on vacation. We do let that happen occasionally. And Barbie is out with some minor surgery today, and Missy and Zoram are not able to be with us tonight. Our executive committee is, they're my go-to, but they're also, they help me sleep at night, along with members of our board. You can see the members of our board. Great board and great interaction, and they help us to make sure that we're providing good tools and good events. We appreciate Councilman Hodges serving with us, and he's been active and participated with us, and we really appreciate that. So what we do, we connect, we educate, we advocate, and maybe the most important is the very last, and more. And so let me quickly kind of touch a little bit on each one of those. In 2025, we celebrated 18 ribbon cuttings in Harriman. And I believe that that's probably the most in any one of our cities. And with what's going on in the southwest part of the valley, that's going to continue. The way we've started 2026, we're going to have to sharpen some scissors and get more ribbon from both the chamber and the city. But we think that that's important. For these small business owners that are open these, it's a big day. And I get asked all the time, why do you show up? You've got a lot of things to do. Because it's a big day, and we want them to know that they've got the support. And we appreciate many of you being there when you can, and Mayor has been a great support as well. Connect, I'd like to address that under our banner of committees. We have an ambassador committee that really, they are our infrastructure out in the community. They're our eyes and ears, and they show up to ribbon cuttings, they show up to other events, they represent us. They recently have divided up in subcommittees, and so that they'll get more done and have more to participate. We have really strengthened our Government Affairs and Public Policy Committee. We have 25 members serving on that, led by 2 great people, with Stephen Foxley from Vice President of Government Affairs for Regents Blue Cross Blue Shield, and Kelsey Berg, who was formerly with Senator Romney's office, Vice President of Government Affairs for Larry Miller, and most recently now Director of Government Relations for the Utah Olympic Organizing Committee. Those 2 have really tutored me, because that is a world that I'm not familiar with, but I've become, and even spent a couple of days up there with Mayor this last year. We have a small business committee. We have 38 members serving on. They give us really good direction on helping us plan some of our events, some tools. They're helping us with, recently helped us with going through some applications for what we call our Shark Tank. I'll talk about in a minute. But they help us with our business boot camps, what kind of programs, what kind of instruction needs that small businesses are looking for. And they also are kind of an outreach for us as well. Our tourism committee, we have 35. A lot of them are hoteliers, but a lot of them are also come from the sports world, from Real, as well as the Real campus out this way. Also, the Mammoth and the Sports Entertainment Group, Ryan Smith Sports Entertainment Group, but a lot of hoteliers and a lot of restaurants and other community. And what we're doing with bringing youth groups, youth sports groups to the South Valley is going to get even more pressure, because the Salt Palace is shutting down here in a year. And so what we bring to the Mountain America Expo Center, and with teams, and we're always looking for more and more fields. And some of you know Zoram Dean, who's kind of a part-time with our staff, but full-time with Sports Salt Lake. That's a really big impact on Sports Salt Lake for tourism. And as you get hotels that are coming on, there's going to be some ideas that will come back with another program for some funding for some more tourism because of those hotels are coming on. Our Women in Business is off the charts. Jamie leads that for us, and we have 24 women in 2025. We had 24 serving on that committee, and they plan programs that are just top-notch, and I'll touch on those meetings in a minute. But and then we have 24 junior WIBs, and those are high school girls from all the high schools in both the Jordan and Kenyon school districts. And they participate with our Women in Business. And they do job shadowing, they do mentoring, they come to every one of the luncheons, and then they do a service project or two before. And then in April, which I can't believe is just next month, we'll be graduating them and have a nice program, and we'll give them $1,000 to a college or university of their choice. But it's more than, I mean, that's $1,000, you know, it helps, I guess. But what they get from going and being mentored and rubbing shoulders with these women is more than the $1,000 scholarship, and it's just fun to see them participate. Under the category of educate, we have several programs. We have Leadership South Valley. A number of your administrative staff has gone through Leadership South Valley. It's something that I wish I had had the advantage of going through in my mid-career, because you're learning from the leaders, whether it's in transportation or government or law enforcement or banking or health and nursing. We load them in some vans and we take them, and they get to go hands-on. This last week they were in hospitals, and they were at a nursing facility where we watched they call them robot, they're not robot patients, but they're actually patients that were run by computers, and one of them can actually give birth. My wife said that'd be great if I could use a robot. But then we also have the Business Accelerator, which we call our mini MBA. And when small businesses go through that 10-week program, it's every other week, and they learn basic principles that they've already been in business for a couple of years, and now this gives them some tools to kind of sharpen the saw and to be able to grow and to be able to do some things. Maybe a number of them go out of there and they have the confidence to hire. They go out, now, you know, some of them don't have really good professional financial statements, but they learn how to do that. They don't have a marketing plan, but they learn how to do that. And so this has been a great, it's kind of one of the hallmarks of the South Valley Chamber. Our Everyday Entrepreneur that we work with Salt Lake Community College on is for someone who thinks they want to be an entrepreneur, someone who thinks they want to start a business. And so we enroll them for like $400 or $500 in this program. It's a 10-week program. And some of our successes are that by week 4 or 5, they call timeout. They say, I'm not ready. And somebody will say, well, why do you think that's a success? Because they didn't waste thousands of dollars printing brochures and making banners or building a prototype because they thought it was good. Doesn't mean that the world or the environment is ready for it. And they realize that halfway through. A lot of them will go through and they launch and they start a good, successful little small business. Our boot camps are instructional. They're basically a 2-hour event, half hour for lunch, and our instructors will do it for a half hour, and then they have different advisors or instructors, and they'll actually go down in the class and be hands-on. We want it to be a workshop, and sales and AI and social marketing are some of the best, but some of them they need. I'm going to raise my hand. If somebody will come and show me and walk me through it, I'm good. But if I'm just having to watch and click and look at a PowerPoint presentation, what did you just say? But so we take them down in, and our last boot camp, we've been used to having 14, 15. Our last boot camp was 30 people, and it was really, really well done. So I know that's 26, but we're talking about 25. But we had 4 of those and 127 attendees. Under the Advocate, last year we held some roundtables, executive forums. We did several meet the candidates, and we held one here. We tracked 20-plus bills last legislative session in 2025 and a few more this year. We held what we call an In the Know, where Robert Spenlow presented on the Big Beautiful Bill. We had the Wasatch Front Regional Council come and present their transportation plan. It was just kind of an open to all businesses and people that were interested, wasn't just to chamber members. And then we held a legislative review with Senator Fillmore and Representative Ellison. Grow, we've held lots of events, and some of you probably heard me say that at our events, we want people to go away from our events, whether it's a lunch, a Women in Business, or one of our Connects, or one of our fun events. We want them to go away saying, I met someone, I learned something, I'm better because I went. Not just to go have a lunch and put your business in a business card in a bowl and draw out for 2 tickets to a movie. Those days are gone, and we want people to actually feel like they got something by taking time out of their life and away from their business or away from their family, if that's the case. So we had 7 Connect After Hour events, and we had over 606 attendees. Our Let's Do Lunch events, we had 5, and that's the Let's Do Lunch. We have instructors or panels. That's something where it's informative, where the Connect After Hours is something that the committee said, look, we would just like to have an event where we can come after work, get to know each other, mix and mingle, and we've had them at fun places, and we'll continue. This month we have one, and we're going to be at Topgolf. Last month we were at the Mammoth Practice Facility. We were the first group to go in and have a public tour. So that's still worth your time, even though there wasn't any kind of informative lecture or instruction. Our Meet the Members is becoming one of our best attended and favorite events. We invite the members to come and get to know each other, and then 15 members have the chance, they have to register for it, and it's so popular we're already registering into June of this year. They get to present, and we had one today, and we listened to 15 businesses give their 2-minute pitch on, and they're pleased. They're happy with what they're doing, and they want to tell other people. And then, as I mentioned, our Women in Business are knocking home runs. We had 10 events, and as you can tell, if you take 10 into 1275, we're over 100, average 100 attendees. And they're just doing well and getting good program. And obviously, they're coming back, and they feel that it's worth their time. So that's meeting our mission. And then the And More. We held 3 golf tournaments with over 430 attendees. We held our Titan Awards. Many of you attended that. We had 650 plus attendees, where we also honored a Small Business of the Year. And we had our Shark Tank event, which we hold at the aquarium in front of the Shark Tank, where 10 students present their business or their product to a panel of sharks, a panel of judges. And at the end of the night, we award them with the first, second, and third place prizes. We give away $9,500. Brandon Fugel is one of our judges, and he may or may not sometimes bring a little extra cash and give some to 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. But because his heart, he just says, this is so good. I would encourage you to come. It's coming up on March 18th, and it's at the aquarium. It's only $15. But you'll go home, regardless of what you hear and see on the news, you'll go away saying, our next generation is going to be okay. These kids are really sharp. And so I encourage you to come check us out. 2026, so that was about 2025. 2026, we're going to be focused, we're going to be strategic, and we're going to be purpose-driven. And with that, we're going to focus on service and community impact. We want our committees to be able to do more service projects. We want to help teach them more about giving back. I learned that in my 35-year career from the master of giving back to the community, Gail Miller, and I just think the more we can teach that to our businesses and more we can actually help them lead out, it will be better. We're going to focus on business growth and economic development. We're going to, one of our focuses that from our board and our executive committee is retention. We've grown a lot in the last 2-3 years, and now we need to make sure that we keep those members and engage them. The best way we can keep them is by having them engaged and feeling like the chamber is a place where they're getting some value. And we're going to strengthen our public policy, and we're going to lead out, and we're going to be a leader. And we really did that in this last year already, the last 2.5 months, and we'll continue to be a leader in public policy. We also announced at the State of the Chamber something new for 2026. We're going to have the Small Business Impact Award, and we're going to award a small business from each of our 7 cities. And we'll do that next year at our State of the Chamber, but this year we're going to do it on May 5th. We didn't want to wait until next year, and so we're looking forward to some nominations from you, and then we have a panel that will help us select that winner, and then on May 5th we'll be inviting you to come and join us for a luncheon where we'll honor these 7 small business from each of our cities. So I've talked a lot about, the benefits that businesses and the community members get, the community businesses within Harriman. What do they get? But what does Harriman get? By standing behind us, and I like to think about our relationship with you as a partnership, and we think that we help extend the economic development capacity we have because of the tools that we have, and we're providing strengthening communication and trust. We have Miriam has really ramped up our communication, and we're able to communicate things out to the business community, and not only just about the chamber, but about what's going on within Harriman and what you're developing and the things that you're doing. We share that back out. Advancing shared priorities, strengthening the community brand, and then finally, I like to think of our relationship as a partnership, not a membership. Yes, there are some benefits that we give back, to the Titan Awards and some of the golf and some other benefits, but we really believe that South Valley Chamber and Harriman, I look at it as a partnership, and that we're working unitedly to strengthen the community, especially the business community. And as we said, as we started, we'll finish what we believe that we're better together, and that is my 2025 report, Mayor.
Thank you. Love it. Comments from council?
No, I'm excited. I'm glad to be a small part of it. And I know that there are so many more advantages that we could take advantage of events and after-hour things and more than just a board meeting or meet and greet at an event. So I appreciate that opportunity and look forward to an awesome 26.
Thank you.
Just appreciate your partnership and the synergy that it creates with our businesses and our community and the community development and the economic development, and when we have good partners that work together with us, we can do great things together. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'll say hats off. I know we've talked about this, Jay, but thank you for being responsive when we talked about the small business. Folks, that was, I'll say that public, like that was, Mayor Hall and I met with Jay and expressed some concerns about that's what we've really enjoyed about some other stuff going on out here. So we really wanted to focus on some small, super small local businesses. And he responded within a couple of weeks with this concept. And I love this Small Business Impact Award. It's going to be, I love it. So just thank you for your responsiveness and that collaboration. So. Well, thank you. Here's to a 2026. Thank you to your team. You guys are all wonderful. Thank you for
I know the only thing that's standing between you and your home is me tonight, so I hope that was short enough. But
it was perfect, Jay.
He's threatened us already, so that's why we're short and sweet.
We have a short meeting, so yes. So thank you, Jay. We appreciate you all being here, and thank you for what you do. So. Okay, well, with that, we will move on to item 9, consent agenda, and I'll look for a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda as written.
Got a motion by Teddy. Second by Tara. We'll go Tara.
Yes.
Matt.
Yes.
Teddy.
Yes.
Jared.
Yes.
And I'll vote yes. That motion carries. And that does bring us to the close of our meeting tonight. Our future meetings, March 18th is our Planning Commission meeting next Wednesday at 7. Our next City Council meeting is the 25th at 7 o'clock as well. Coming up, events. I haven't seen her advertise this town hall. Have we seen her advertise this town hall for tomorrow? It is advertised. Okay. We think there's a legislative town hall tomorrow night here with Representative, oh, it's in here, with Representative Perucci. Friends of Harriman Trail season opener, that is on Saturday. That's Saturday night at 6:30, downstairs in the community room. Movie and a fundraising opportunity. And then our local Scapes class coming up on March 19th here at 6 o'clock at City Hall. Any other events? Anything else? Okay. With that, I will look for a motion to go into close then. So I need to.
Make a motion to temporarily recess the city council meeting and go into a closed meeting for the following purposes as provided in Utah State Code annotated 52-4-205 for strategy session to discuss the sale of real property.
Okay. Motion by Matt.
Second.
Second by Teddy. Tara.
Yes.
Matt.
Yes.
Teddy.
Yes.
Jared. And I'll vote yes as well. That motion carries. We'll move back into Fort Harriman. We need Blake, Wendy, Nathan, Todd, council, and Chief Stromberg. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for being here tonight.